Hey guys, welcome back. I'm so excited. We're back on the air with Modern Family. It's the after show. We're talking season 8, episode 6 next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Okay, we didn't pick this song today. We don't have Gabriel.
Some nice music, yeah.
So we let the producers pick the songs.
Yeah.
I like it, the Doors.
I know.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is the after show for Modern Family, season 8, episode 6, Grab It. And I like that. I love that aggressive title. I'm Nikki Preston, and you can find me all over social media at Nikki Preston TV. And unfortunately, Gabriel is no longer with us. We are definitely going to miss him very much.
Yeah.
And we wish him the best, and hopefully we'll see him on another show sometime soon.
Welcome, guys. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Jessie Zahner. You can find me online at Athletic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's just the two of us girls
I know.
tonight. Definitely a different vibe going on in the studio, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I love the episode tonight.
I know, it was a really good one.
Now, I don't even know where to begin. There's so many things going on tonight, but let's start with Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he's such a, go-getter. He's always got to, do the next thing, and he's a very social person, so he wants to join Jay's club. And he gets the idea because his son Luke is working there, meeting all these bigwigs, and Phil kind of wants to weasel his way in there.
Yeah.
And he gets Jay to help him get into the club, and Jay thinks he's going to blow it. Jay doesn't want Phil there, and of course, Phil stuns everyone and does an amazing job.
I know. Just when you think Phil, can't do something or is going to embarrass somebody or make somebody look bad, he does the total opposite, and it's always just him being himself. Mm-hmm. He's never trying to be I'm not gonna say he's never trying to be somebody that he's not, because last episode he was, but it's so funny how it works out like that.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you were ever in a situation where you were kind of like Phil, you're trying to fit in, or like Jay, where you don't want that person to be
I was trying to think of that, because growing up with brothers and sisters, I feel like there must be a time where I didn't want somebody to fit in, and they ended up fitting in with everybody. But I can't remember a particular time. How about you?
Nothing like huge is coming to the top of my head. I'm really close with my brother, so most of the time I always wanted him there.
Yeah.
But there were these older kids in the neighborhood, and I wanted to be cool and fit in. And my brother was younger than me, so they didn't want anything to do with him. And I would be a little mean to my brother and not let him play with us, so that I could be with the cool kids.
Yeah.
And but besides that, I can't really think of a big time.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I like it that Claire and Alex, they're going to their meeting, and basically it's like this lecture about this book that they're reading, and the title of the episode, Grab It.
Yes.
And Alex is always just, I don't know, she's always feels like she's superior over the family, and too smart and better than all of them, and she's going to double major in business and do it all. And it just it kind of annoys me a little bit, to be honest.
It's so funny that you say that, because one, I see myself in Claire's position. I could see myself as a mother doing what Claire does to connect with my child, and totally not reading the book and going there unprepared, and then seeing my daughter just talking and being so smart, and me feeling like I need to be as smart as her, or do something that she can look up to me for. But at the same time, I think just what you said about Alex, I think that's how my family sees me. And no, I'm serious, because I'm the oldest child, and my brother always says you're the matriarch of the family. Everybody listens to me, everybody always has to listen and do what I want to do. And last night I was actually huge fight with my parents and my brother. And they were saying that to me. They were like, you act like you know everything, and you act like you know so much more than us. And we got in a huge fight about it. So I think I got a lot of Alex, not just a little bit, a lot of Alex. So it's so funny in this part, because I see myself on both sides of things.
And you know what? Sometimes people are the most annoyed with people that are like them. So although I don't see you being annoying like that, but you do come across very intelligent and very much
I'm not smart at all,
what you're talking about.
But I want them to believe what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. I feel like if I had kids, I would totally feel like Claire and want to feel cool, especially if I had an Einstein, child like Alex.
I know, when she stood up and started talking like that, I was like, oh my gosh, this must be so hard as a mother to be like, go ahead, girl, go. Like, I don't know what's going on. And so I could totally see myself being Claire.
And Claire always sees things, I think, in a different way than everyone else does. Like, the whole time before she stood up, she's like, oh, Alex looks up to me. I'm Alex's hero.
Yeah.
She's just too afraid to say it to me. And I mean, maybe deep down, but not the case. But in Claire's head, that's what she's thinking. And it's just, I hope that they do kind of get a little bit closer. And one day, I want Alex to, like, break down her walls and be a little more vulnerable, I think.
Yeah.
But I still love you, Alex. You know, I
love you, Alex.
The whole
I am
family.
you in real life. And sorry for being annoying, family.
And now Haley, she was barely in the episode.
Yeah, I know. I was surprised. She had a very small role in this episode, but it was funny because at one point when Claire was sitting down trying to find dirt on the author of that book, Haley was standing over her trying to help her out, and they for a second looked really much alike. I was like, oh my gosh, they kind of look like they could be mother-daughter.
Well, they kind of did similar haircut this season.
Exactly.
And I feel like Claire was kind of like Haley when she was her age.
Yeah.
From what Phyllis said in the past and different things from the show, like she'd get into trouble and be fun, and now she's got to be the, strict mother who holds the whole family together.
Right.
And Lily, she wasn't in the episode at all.
I know. I'm still curious to see if the football player will come back.
Dwight, yeah.
Yeah, Dwight. If Dwight will come back and their relationship, and see if that, progresses, or if that's even a thing anymore. But yeah, Lily wasn't in it at all.
This is going to sound bad, and I do love Lily. I thought almost up until this season she's adorable, but now that she's getting a little bit older, I'm not 100% believing her acting.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if maybe they're giving her less lines because of it. I feel a little bit like she's kind of just saying, I know she kind of is not supposed to be real emotional,
right,
but I feel like she's saying her lines a little bit instead of acting it and feeling it. And so, I still love Lily. Don't take this the wrong way, but that's kind of what I'm feeling. So I don't know if that had anything to do with her not being in an episode tonight, but and she, she has small parts. She's not always in it every week,
right?
But, and then. Now, we got so much going on. I don't even know where to begin with Gloria. That, first of all, it's like abuse what she was doing to her kid, child abuse. But she can get away with it, only a Modern Family. It's so funny. She wants to tire Joe out, which a lot of parents do, They work all day. They want their time to themselves, so they have their kids go outside and play.
Yeah.
But Gloria has like some bungee or something tied around Joe, tied to the chair that she's sitting in, and has him pushing her around the house.
It's so funny because I don't have kids, but for a weekend I babysat this huge dog. It was like a 10-month-old puppy, but it weighed 115 pounds, and it was just wearing me out. So I started laughing during that part of the episode because I was basically doing that to this dog. I wasn't making him pull me around in a chair, but when we would go on walks, I would just like hold him, and like instead of just like letting him walk, I was like pulling on the leash to kind of tire him out, so by the time we got home he'd just be chill, because I was like, I can't deal with this, he's wearing me out.
Did it work?
I mean, yeah, not really.
And it never works as people plan it to. Or
I know, I thought it would work.
Or even that episode when Jay came over and they were trying to tire out Lily and the kids, and I forgot, it backfired on them, and they ended up, going crazy. So it never really seems to work.
It didn't work, and I wasted all that time and energy like pulling the dog, and he just pulled and wasn't even fazed.
I'm sure you tired yourself out.
I was tired. I felt like I was working out, like taking this dog on 5 walks a day, and he's just huge, and then he runs after other dogs. So I was laughing when she was doing that to Joe.
But it's so funny because there's so many, like, I won't call them lies, but white lies that parents will tell their kids. And, Joe was pretending, she was pretending he was Rudolph, and then Manny even hops on.
I know,
and
she's like, hop on.
And it reminded me of, like, when I was a kid, and my mom would have the grocery cart, and I would hop on, and she would, roll it around the store, and she would come up with these crazy things. Like, since, it was just Halloween last week, one night it was pouring in New York when we were supposed to go out, and she told us that it's fine, we don't have to go trick-or-treating on Halloween, we can go out the next night.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, because she didn't want to take us out.
What happens the next night?
Well, we went out the next night, and people were, like, confused. Most people, like, didn't have candy, and they were like...
Oh, did you go up to their doors?
Yeah. No, I'm joking. I'm joking,
I was
actually.
like, oh my God.
No, luckily my dad was home and he's like, I'll go out in the rain with you guys. I'll take
that's
you.
nice.
But my mom, if my dad wasn't there, she would have been like, you're not going out. It's raining, and we wouldn't have like had Halloween there.
That's so funny.
But that's what parents do. I hope that I'm not like, you never know though. I think when you're desperate, you'll do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Gloria wanted her bubble bath with. I loved it, the wine glass that floats in the tub.
I know. She's like, I got a wine glass that floats just in case I fall asleep, so nothing bad happens. Like, it would be the worst thing if the wine spilled in the bathtub.
And you know what? She has been babying Manny for years now. Always tells Jay, no big deal, Manny's different, whatever. And now I think she's finally starting to get fed up with what a mama's boy he is and how he can't even go to a party with like a normal kid.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because parents probably don't want their kids to party. I think we kind of talked about this before, like finding that balance between, do I want my kid to be the smart and successful one, but I also want them to fit in and be cool, but like to what extent? And but Gloria at this point is like, just go to the party. Like, why are you home?
And have you ever done that, like spilled anything like in like the crotch area or anywhere where it's been embarrassing and you
Not
had to...
really that embarrassing that I can think of. I've definitely spilled like a bucket down my pants. So it was just like at that point, it's like, whatever. How about you?
I've definitely sat in something and luckily, this is the trick. If you have a hoodie or something you can tie around your waist, it saves the day every time. That was always like my safety blanket. And even now I'll have like a blanket or a jacket or something in my car. So if there's an emergency, just in case.
Smart move. I don't do that.
You have to do that.
I know.
And now, so the family here, we have Cam and Mitch, and we were a little bit confused in the beginning. We weren't sure if they were at a high school reunion, whose high school reunion it was, and then we realized that Cam had tricked Mitch into bringing him to this interactive theater.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever been to one of those before?
You know what? I can't believe, and I was a theater major, never.
I never have either, but I can't imagine going to one.
I might like it actually because I like that stuff.
I love theater, but I would not want to be the one chosen out of the audience. So I thought this is like my favorite part of this whole episode. It was so funny.
You were dying. I was like looking over at you, and it was funnier watching you laugh than the actual scene.
It was so funny. I mean, I was confused at the beginning. We had to stop and rewind it because I was like, what is going on? Who is tricking who into coming here? And then we find out that Cam told Mitch that it was a theater opening, but he didn't explain.
I still think that he may have told Mitch that it was his reunion or something.
Oh, that's right. So you think, yes.
But wouldn't Mitch know? I don't know. That's why it's confusing me. I feel like Cam told Mitch, it's your reunion, we're going. And then Cam, you guys, like, write us. Let us know, like, what you guys thought.
Exactly.
And then Cam basically, confused him and took him to an interactive theater event instead. And I love it because at the end, your favorite part, Mitch knew that was the only way to get back at him was to steal Cam's light. He'd been practicing this part for, God knows, probably months.
Yeah, it was so great because what happens is Cam, we find out Cam is like on the board of this theater, so he gets Mitchell to go there, and they're sitting in the audience and they're getting ready to call Vlad out of the audience, and of course the camera goes to Mitchell as he's trying to leave. And Cam, we find out, has said all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So Mitchell gets on stage and he hears like a line and he's like, oh wait, I've heard that before, because he remembers himself bringing something in the house and he remembers him practicing. So he just ruins the entire show.
And that was honestly the best revenge you ever could have done. It was so
funny because, I mean, I know he's an actor, but like he went crazy with it too. He was so good.
I think he did a better job than Cam would have ever done with it, actually. So overdramatic, and I really liked it. And I'm trying to think, like, if there was ever, I don't know, with you, ever a time where you kind of stole someone's light or you just had to get back at them in some way?
God, no, I not to that extent. How about you?
No, not that bad, but I feel like in the entertainment industry, or like, you know, even you were seeing it with the author in the book industry, some of these people are so into themselves,
right? And
it's kind of funny to steal their light a little bit. Like even when I, you know, worked at different radio stations or different things, and you come on with like one clever line or one thing, and it crushes them, it steals their light, and they can't handle it.
Well, and that's exactly what happened, because then Cam didn't know what to do, and then he was just standing there, and then he started turning around and doing what he was supposed to be doing, and then finally the end came, and he was just like, oh, and I'm not feeling good either, and then he just dies too, because he had no idea what to do. So it was funny. It was
And
hilarious.
then the whole episode kind of comes full circle with Jay and Phil going to the theater, and Phil putting him through that, because Jay was finally, he does this from time to time, gets sentimental and confesses how he truly feels.
Yeah, I actually was shocked, because he does do that sometimes, but I didn't know how jealous he was of Phil. Not jealous in the bad way, but actually almost just envious, I guess I should say. Phil, you always fit in. This is the only place that I fit in.
Yeah, and I never would have guessed that, because I always feel like he kind of looks down at Phil, almost like he acts, you know, wimpy, or kind of like Mitch, like his son, and he wants a man.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. So I liked that part.
No, it was definitely very cute, and of course, and I love it too, Phil. And I was wondering too, being in a situation where everything is, you're trying to do the magic trick, or you're trying to do whatever, and it's not working out, and then all of a sudden you do something by mistake, and it turns out even better than you thought it was going to turn out.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's definitely happened, in my years with dance or different things.
I was gonna. That's so weird that you say dance, because that's happened to me on the soccer field a million times. I played soccer my whole life, and I would get on the field, and I'd be stumbling around with the ball, and then all of a sudden something would happen, and oh yeah, I definitely made that happen, and I have no idea how.
Did you did somehow another teammate get the ball or something?
Yeah,
and
then I would do something crazy and
do a
literally
flip and a roll
just totally messing everything up, and I'm like, oh, this is a disaster, and then I just blast the ball, and somehow it gets to my teammate, and I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely meant to do that.
Did you ever have a kid on your team who was absolutely clueless and actually would score a goal on their own goal?
Definitely growing up, as a young child. Oh, of course. Yeah.
Definitely playing sports as a kid. You saw some bad players out there on the field. And it's so funny too, because you think it's your life, you know, growing up, you're like, this is so serious. Oh my gosh, I got to do amazing. But yeah.
It's just a game.
So let's get into predictions.
Yay, okay. Predictions.
And now,
gosh,
your
I feel like I wrote
AfterBuzz
some
TV.
predictions on. I did.
We don't have Gabriel to say go first and
I know.
come up with a prediction here.
Okay. So my prediction is that I think we're going to see more of Joe next episode and throughout the season. And I love Joe. I think he's so cute. But we've been seeing him more and more in these later episodes. So I'm hoping that we continue to see him. And I hope that we see the relationship between him and Manny, too. Because they are both there, but in this episode, they were just there, but not together.
They never interacted. They don't have really a lot of chemistry, the two of them.
So I hope we see that. Again, like I mentioned earlier, I hope we see Dwight back and Lily and see how that goes, and see if maybe they can team up and act like siblings and take on Cam and Mitch and challenge those guys.
That would be so much fun to watch.
I love Cam and Mitchell. They're so funny. So that's what I'm hoping happens, but we'll see.
We'll see. I definitely agree. I think they want Joe in the show more and more, and I almost think because they love having a little funny kid, and Lily, like I said, is kind of getting a little bit older.
Right.
Maybe he is going to have more airtime than her and really get those cute lines that she used to get. So I'm I don't want to see Lily.
I know that. I feel the same way. I hope Lily just moves into where Luke and Alex and Haley once were, or maybe even Manny. Where she's a little older, but she still plays an integral part of this cast, because I love Lily too, but I also love Joe. So I hope we see more of them.
I know, they're so cute. I love them.
I know.
And then also, which I love, which I forgot to bring up, is Luke. He was the human piggy bank.
Yeah.
And it made me laugh because it's like that in my family.
Oh, yeah?
My brother, he has his own business, and he's really good at, making money. And it's funny, I don't don't usually carry cash on me. So every time I'm home, I'm like, oh, Jay, can you just, pass me a 20? I'll pay you back like tomorrow or whatever. And even my dad's like, oh, I need to grab gas. I don't have any cash. And so my brother is
That's so
the bank of the house,
Because my brother's the same way.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a brother thing, but he totally does the same thing. He's always carrying cash. He always has it on him. Anytime we go anywhere together, I never carry cash. So he's always having to take care of it. So interesting.
Yeah, it must be a brother thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, an older brother thing. I don't know. Even when we were younger, same thing. So funny.
It's weird.
But so as far as predictions, I do agree. I think Joe's going to be in it more. Manny, I don't know. I feel I want to see more with him, and I just feel like he's going through an awkward stage. And I thought we kind of got past this. I thought maybe he was fitting in more. That one girl that was in the Halloween episode.
I was so shocked that she didn't come back, and I was sad. I was like, why wasn't she at the party with him? So hopefully, I don't know. I wish you luck, Manny, though. I know, we love you, Manny.
And Gloria, too. I want to see more of Gloria kind of being, like, fed up with the kids and joking around and kind of putting the kids almost in abusive situations, but, lighthearted and funny, like the reindeer thing, very funny. But that is all the time we have tonight for Modern Family. Thank you so much for tuning into the After Show. And anytime you have comments, anything you want to talk about, feel free to follow us on social media. You can follow me everywhere at Nikki Preston TV. And Jessie, tell everyone where they can find you.
Yeah, definitely write to us on social media. You can also write in the comments of our YouTube. I will totally answer you guys. So you can find me online at Athletic.
Nice. Bye, guys.
See you next week. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.